crisis in Sri Lanka, which is becoming increasingly dramatic, with residents' life savings virtually disappearing into thin air.
Hello, everyone. In the past few weeks, we have been hearing news about Sri Lanka's economic and political crisis, which continues with high inflation and sporadic demonstrations throughout the country. But what caused Sri Lanka's economic catastrophe is the matter at hand. It was first established in 1948 when the government passed the Ceylon Citizenship Act, then came the Sinhala Undi Act. This act tried to turn Sri Lanka into a land where only Sinhala citizens lived. And the Sinhala Only Act forced people to speak Sinhalese as the only language, making it difficult for other people to get government jobs and admission in colleges. These actions incited hatred against Tamilians and led to emergence of militant organizations, which ultimately turned out to be a full-blown civil war. Around $200 billion were thought to be the cost of the war. In addition to political and personal insecurity, the war also worsened the state of economy. The other major thing was the Hambantota port, and this is a significant port considering it to be close to the one of the important international shipping routes. The construction began in 2008 with Chinese funding of about 1.3 billion USD. By 2016, the port had incurred losses, heavy debt repayments, and this slowly depleted their resources to such a point that they were unable to repay anything and ultimately had to lease it out for 99 years to the Chinese company CM Port. Over time, these large debt loads made GDP to debt ratio worse. The situation worsened with Easter bombings in 2019, which damaged Sri Lanka's outlook as tourist-friendly country. Due to this, the FDI inflow fell from an all-time high of 961 USD million in 2017 to just under 200 USD million in 2019. Gotabaya Rajapaksa slashed taxes after winning the 2019 elections, a campaign promise that cost him 2 billion USD or nearly 2% of the GDP. Before Sri Lanka could recover from all of these tragedies, COVID occurred, causing the tourism industry to collapse. In order to repay its debt, the Sri Lanka government had to use its diminishing foreign reserves, which caused the fiscal deficit for 2020 to increase to 11.1% and the public debt to GDP ratio to around 119%. In 2021, limit on import of fertilizers and pesticides caused a decline in organic farming. By March 2022, there was severe cash shortage in Sri Lanka. To make up for this, government started printing money to cover its expenses, which resulted in currency depreciation and ultimately inflation. Following the declaration of the state of emergency on 1st of April 2022, the political unrest began, with inflation records being broken every single day. So, what's the answer then? Well, let's talk about something that we dwelt on. Self sufficient measures can lower the consumption of fuel and energy, such as garden farming. Using eco friendly equipment should be promoted among the general masses. Leasing of unsound and unviable infrastructure projects can help the government with the quick cash that it needs to pay off its interest and other debt obligations. How about blockchain to ration food? Well, that sounds interesting, right? This technology can be used in rationing of food supplies and to ensure credibility in supply system monitored by government. The tangible benefits are that it retains a transparent, instantaneous, and indisputable record of transactions. That dramatically reduces problems caused by corruption, theft, and also provides accountability to all the parties. This can be well observed with the Finnish immigration service, where 2015, as part of the pilot project, it offered refugees a prepaid MasterCard linked to their digital identity, which was deployed via Ethereum, maintains a record of all the financial transactions made with the card. Despite having a long way to go before returning to its economic trajectory, Sri Lanka's small island has the potential to become the worldwide hub owing to its strategic location. This is not conceivable without the citizens' commitment and a charismatic leader to reconstruct their nation. Only time can tell how their future unfolds. Thank you.